Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and it's good to have none other than Facundo Freres right back here where he belongs with the New Age Media Network. Facundo, what's up?
Nothing much, man. How you doing?
Yeah, I can't complain. Me and Isai, we had to discuss a certain fight that happened. Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, the so-called fight of the century that went exactly how I said it would for the past 5 years. Thank you. Yes, I just wanted to sink in. I was right. After 5 years, I was proven correct. But basically, I have no complaints about the fight, Isai, because I knew Mayweather was gonna win. I knew it wouldn't even be close. Yes, big money. He won. You got anything to say, Isai?
Want my money back?
Ah.
Nah, nah,
So
it was bogus.
bogus. Go ahead, and I'll let you take your time and explain your view on the fight.
Well, if anything, it's pretty selfish of Mayweather. He should have fought for the people, but he was fighting for himself just to win. He was fighting just to win.
Uh,
I know he was fighting his own fight, but still, no.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna Isai is giving you the view from a Pacquiao fan standpoint. He's not necessarily a Pacquiao fan. I'll take him up on that, but he's giving you the view from a Pacquiao standpoint. I am a boxing fan, and what Mayweather did to Pacquiao, based on my view, was absolute scientific. I don't even know the word for it. Isai, would you say that Mayweather fought Pacquiao? Would you say that? You still there, man?
He let you pick them off.
I guess not. Well, Facundo, you missed it, but this was supposed to be the fight of the century. Everyone swore up and down this
Yeah.
was the fight that changed it all. Oh, his iPad died.
Oh, okay.
Let me tell him plug it in, jump right back in. But yes, this was supposed to be the fight of the century. They swore, even though these guys who fought were 38 and 36 years old, and neither one of them have been tip top fighters as far as their prime goes
Right,
in
right.
more than 3 years. So
Mhm.
guess how much people they wanted? Almost $100 a pay-per-view buy
Mhm.
just to watch the fight. It
Mhm.
wasn't worth no $100, people. I'm sorry.
Right.
Not at their age.
No.
So luckily I didn't watch it. I went somewhere and watched it pretty much for free.
Mhm. Yeah.
All I had to do, all I had to do was pay for a little $6 frozen pizza that tasted like cardboard, which Jedediah got that too. Jay got that too. So both of us, we both paid $6 to watch a fight, which ain't bad.
Mhm.
The undercard on the fight was absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. But they still wanted $100 for it. People, they paid for it because they thought they were going to see the fight of the century, which quite frankly, that wasn't going to happen with or without them being in their prime. Because
Right.
you've watched Mayweather with me. He can't be
Yeah.
hit, man. He cannot be hit. I've been telling people that for 5 years. If he fought Manny Pacquiao, Pacquiao could not hit him.
Mhm.
It's just not going to happen. So, what happens? People spent $100 and Mayweather absolutely embarrassed him. And then immediately after the fight, man, this is where I lost all respect for Manny Pacquiao. He came up with all these excuses like, I felt like I should have won. Really, Manny Pacquiao, you felt like you should have won? Funny, because me and Jay, we were watching a fight with a crowd of entirely Pacquiao fans, man. All of them were Pacquiao fans. They knew the fight was won by Mayweather at the end of the 10th round. They knew it was over. They were silent. I wish Jay was here to back me up on this, but they were dead silent. They knew they lost. This is why I can't stand Manny Pacquiao or his fan base. He is hype. He is the media's basically their little boy toy. That is what he is. They are so biased in his favor, it makes me sick. They talk about him being one of the all-time greatest fighters. No, he's not. He fought the one truly great fighter of this generation, and he got embarrassed. Come on, Isai. Come on back, brother. We need to discuss this some more. But, yeah, it wasn't worth $100. The only guy on the undercard worth watching was Lomachenko, who most people, if you're not a hardcore boxing fan, probably have never heard of. He was a great amateur fighter for many years from Eastern Europe. But $100 to watch a 38-year-old fight a 36-year-old, it wasn't worth the money. I'm glad I didn't pay for it. But I will say it was worth it in the end because I was proven right after 5 years. You know that feeling? Like, for a second, Facundo, imagine you're fighting with your sister or your mother for 5 years.
Yeah.
And in
Well,
one
I mean,
night. What's up?
probably longer than that with my sister, but okay.
But imagine in one glorious night, everything you said would happen was proven correct.
Mhm.
Ah, come on, Isai, I need you back, brother. Because his point of view is very mirrors exactly most of Manny Pacquiao's fans. It mirrors it exactly.
Mhm.
So let me see what he's doing. It's taken a while. We're still on the subject. I just wanted to know that. It's so much. The whole point. There was a whole hype about this. We were supposed to discuss this online on YouTube so everyone can see. And his freaking iPad dies. What glorious day is it that an argument that we've been waiting to have for almost a month now? No, what am I saying? Almost a month. For about 2.5 weeks. And he can't argue with me. So I'll argue for him. Anyways, most of the people, they hate Floyd Mayweather as a person. They buy into the hype of, of Manny Pacquiao being this great, great guy, which he may be, but I do know that they've gone out of their way to ignore some of the dumb stuff he has done, like, I don't know, cheating on his wife. He's not that bad, but honestly, it's not about who they are as people, it's about who they are in the ring.
Right.
And in the ring, Manny Pacquiao can't touch Floyd Mayweather. I've been saying that for years, and I was proven to be 100% correct. Mayweather tiptoed all around the whole fight, couldn't do anything. And, all of his fans were like, man, he's just running from him. He's just running from him. It's like, you know what? If you can look me in the eyes and tell me that Muhammad Ali ran from his opponents, then you can sit here after, I slap you a couple dozen times. You can sit here and say that Floyd Mayweather ran. because Floyd Mayweather, what he did was defense. Nothing more, nothing less. And I really hope he gets back on here because
Right, he needs.
I need his counterpoints.
Right.
But
Well, we can start it over, right?
we can. I just didn't want to have to make a new video entirely.
Yeah, I know.
But Facundo's back, people. That's one of the main topics on here. Facundo's back. Facundo, tell us what you've been up to.
Just finishing my education, you know. But yeah, just now, just trying to find employment, you know. And I don't know if did I talk about the car on the air?
You
I
can
don't
talk
really
about
want to, but
whatever you want. You can talk about whatever you want.
The Avengers. The Avengers was good. Could have been a little better than the first one, but wasn't bad, right?
The Avengers was okay.
Yeah.
There was just too many things that I looked at that I saw in other movies.
Mhm.
Like I was pointing them out to Jay's brother when we were watching it. I was like, what
Yeah.
are they doing? I've seen that. That's in this movie. That's in that movie. Like, come on, you can't be
Right.
so obvious.
Right.
And again, I don't like the fact that Thanos wasn't in it.
Yeah.
That bugged me because they had a great lead in with the first movie. If that's the case, they should have saved it until after the Avengers 2.
Mhm.
Because in that moment, they completely took away his mystique.
Mhm.
They completely took away the mystique of Thanos by having him turn around like a 16-year-old girl and be like, well, I guess I gotta do a thing for myself.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah.
it better be good because with Superman versus Batman coming out,
Yeah. Yeah.
things are
Finally,
about.
I contended. You know, finally somebody to go against all the Marvel stuff.
Yeah, it's
It's
gonna
my
be
first thing going to.
it's gonna be interesting. I'm not too excited about the Justice League. They just don't have.
Yeah, I know. They're too overpowered. I think we'll see. We'll see if they can pull it off. And I feel like as soon as we see how they handle Batman in this movie, we'll get an idea. You know?
Yeah, I'm just hoping to myself, Ben Affleck, don't ruin it.
Yeah. They changed his voice. I don't know if you noticed when he's on the when he's on that suit. I thought it was funny with that metal suit. So I thought that was
Well,
kind of funny.
what they couldn't get Bane to do it, they couldn't have him in his sleep apnea mask do the voice for Batman in this next movie. Oh, yes! There you are, Bruce Wayne. So, Superman, do you bleed? Uh,
Yeah. That voice is so ridiculous.
I just want to see that now. That should be Batman's new voice. So, Superman, son of Krypton, do you bleed? Gosh, man. I'm so mad at what they did to Bane. While we're on the superhero movie subject, I'm so mad at what
Yeah.
they did to Bane.
Yeah. I mean, but that movie wasn't totally bad. It wasn't terrible. It was alright.
He had, for the most part, he had a good character build up,
Yeah.
but there were just the little things, the voice being a major one that kind of made you think,
Yeah, it's
oh.
kind of it was kind of I don't know why he has to sound like a grandpa. It's kind of goofy.
Yeah, it was like, where's Jim Carrey, the Riddler? Let's just go ahead and go full-fledged 90s Batman right now. God,
Well,
I need the free.
that would have been interesting as far as at least what's his name? Is it Christopher Nolan? The guy that directed it. or is that what it is? The Dark
What's
Knight
that?
series? Is it
What's that?
Christopher Nolan?
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
yeah, I heard you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Is it
Christopher
Christopher?
Nolan.
Okay. It'd be interesting how he would have handled the Riddler. That would have been cool.
To me, that bugs me that they didn't use him. Because you had Two Face, the only really even the Penguin, both of them, like the Penguin and Riddler, both of them are bigger than Bane. And the Riddler could have been done in a way where he was really dark. That's why I feel like we got cheated out of it. Because the Riddler could have really been a dark character if they would have done it right. But no, we got stuck with Bane and Talia al Ghul, who had the worst dying scene of all time.
Yeah.
I don't know. The story behind the Batman, the Dark Knight series was great. I mean, it could have been worse. Do I need to reiterate that?
Right.
I'm Mr. Freeze. I'm going to kill you.
Yeah. I think the good thing about those movies is that they took us real seriously. So I think that's kind of where it kind of shifted the whole superhero genre, for a little bit. At least as far as standalone heroes goes. Or more,
Oh,
they have to seem realistic or they have to seem. Uh,
oh,
can you hear me?
yeah,
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 I
yeah.
agree.
I hear you. I hear you, Facundo. That was the best.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I was the best Mr. Freeze ever.
well, listen, Arnold, you have to take some criticism, man. I mean, um, you're
Let me
acting
put
like
one on you.
I think you did better in Conan. I
Do,
mean,
do you
even
want
then,
to hear a joke?
collecting your guns. It's just.
Let me tell you a joke. You see, Poison Ivy, she tried to poison me. I was like, it doesn't work on the cold-hearted. Haha, you get it, cold-hearted? It's great.
That's funny. That's funny.
I hated Batman and Robin. It's good to see you back, Isai. We shifted the conversation to the movies while we were waiting, since, we need your counter-argument on this, on the
Oh
fighting.
yeah.
But we're having fun. We're talking about the Avengers. We may as well stick to that while we're on the subject, and then we'll jump right back over to boxing. But yeah, I was telling Facundo that in the second Avengers, they completely killed the mystique surrounding Thanos. After the credit
Mystique,
scene.
like the Mystique mutant, or
No.
Mm.
oh, one bad. I lost you.
Hold up, man. I think Fox has the copyright, so we might be in trouble. Richard, we in trouble? Ah, crap. Oh well. Richard's over here freaking sleeping. He's supposed to be moderating this. Richard! Ah, you don't care. He don't care at all. But anyways, though, yeah, Thanos, though, and at the end, after the movie of the first Avengers, you saw Thanos. All he did was turn around and just grin. That was awesome. Then at the end of Avengers 2, he turns around like a angry 16-year-old girl, picks up his glove, and he's like, I guess I gotta do things for myself. I was watching that, I was like, why would you do that? You just completely killed the mystique surrounding him. He came off as such a bad dude at the end of the first Avengers, and you're gonna turn around and have him do that? I didn't like it. I mean, I liked it, but it could have been better, because, you have a problem when your villain, Ultron, is more likable than the actual characters. I mean, am I wrong? I mean, I was watching that. I was like, Ultron's right. He needs to win. But no, they made him look. They made Ultron look ridiculous for starters.
And they made him
He
look
looked
like
a
a
little
nurse.
weird. He looked a little too what is the word? You know, like half man, half machine.
Yeah,
Android?
And yeah, kind of androidish. Uh, I don't know. It had too many human um aspects to him, I think.
Characteristics?
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't like it. I mean, he out of all the machines he could have taken over, he took over the worst ones. I was hoping he would take over and like an ATM somewhere and empty Tony Stark's bank account to some homeless guy.
Well, he couldn't because the vision prevented him from doing that.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, Jarvis. Yeah. Before he turned into the, you mean? Like whatever was left of Jarvis before he turned into the Vision?
yeah, either way, I wasn't thrilled with the Avengers. It could have been so much better. And once again, the Incredible Hulk
Yeah, it could have
walked.
been.
The
Yeah.
Incredible Hulk. He walked away from the most beautiful woman in the entire series.
Well, more like the only one.
Yeah, the most beautiful woman in the entire series. And he walked away from her without any reason, just because he couldn't handle his anger. Something like that. Isai, I'll get you back in a second. Hold on. I think Isai is in trouble, so I have his microphone muted for a second. But
Talking all that mess on the Avengers.
yeah. But yeah, the whole thing with the Avengers, it just wasn't as good as it could have been. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no way
No,
you're
no.
gonna walk away from the Black Widow. And once again, they screwed up the Hulk. Once again, they screwed him up because in the first movie, out of nowhere, he knows how to control his anger.
Right.
When I saw that, I was like,
I think they were trying to. You mean like on the first Avengers?
yeah,
I think they were trying to make it seem like it was right after the other one. You know what I mean? The one with Edward Norton. You know what I'm talking
yeah.
about? I think they were meant to be the same Bruce Banner, just not look the same. But I mean, maybe they should have started over.
I don't know. It's just interesting because I was thinking you guys just left millions of dollars on the table because you could have spent the whole movie explaining how he learned to control his anger.
Right. Right. That would have been an interesting thing. Yeah, instead of just saying, I'm always angry.
Yeah, I'm always angry. Oh, good. So I don't have to
Even though that
spend.
part is cool, I like the way the acting in that part. I feel is good.
Oh,
I think-
he's awesome. He's an
Yeah.
awesome actor.
Yeah. Mark Ruffalo. I think at least he conveyed the emotion. I think it's just like you said. It could have been prolonged in a whole movie.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was like he's a great actor. It wasn't him I had a problem with. It's the fact that I should be excited as somebody who, doesn't have to pay $12 to watch another movie.
Right.
But the whole fact that he would just learn how to control his anger out of nowhere for no reason other than the fact that, it's for the good of the movie itself.
Right.
Yeah, I just didn't like it.
Well,
That's the only part of the movie that really bothered me.
from the original.
Yeah, the first Avengers. But the second one, yeah, they ruined the Incredible Hulk again.
Yeah.
It also reminds me, I've had the same issue with, what movie was it? I've had the same issue with the movie, the Dark Knight series.
Mhm.
Do you have headphones on?
Me? Or you
Yeah.
saying?
Or do you have any headphones? You.
No, I don't have any headphones.
Dang. I'm picking up my voice.
Oh, you can hear your voice?
Yeah.
I could hear my voice for a while. I don't know why.
It may have been through Isai or delay.
Yeah, I think so. How about, did it just now start or what?
Yeah, it's gotten more clear recently. But as for there it goes. I'm gonna mute it real quick
Okay.
because I'm hearing it more and more clear. Actually, go ahead and talk.
What's up?
I'm trying to see if I can. Yeah, I'm hearing my voice very clearly.
Hmm.
Let's see.
Maybe my speakers?
Yeah, probably.
How about now?
Let's see. No, okay, I'm good now.
You
Well,
good? Okay.
I can still hear it, but
I turned it down a little bit just so I could hear you, but still. How about
yeah,
now?
that's better.
Okay.
I'll just work around it. But where was I? Oh yeah, when it comes to actual characters, there it goes again. Let's see. When it comes to actual character, uh,
Wait. What if you can you mute yourself from that end?
nah, I would probably have to do. I can mute your microphone, but I can't mute my. I can mute your microphone. So
Can, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. I can mute you, but I didn't just want to do it. But yeah, I didn't like the actress switch in the Dark Knight series. I thought that hurt it too, with
Which one?
Katie Holmes taking out Katie Holmes.
Oh, the first one?
Yeah, when they brought in freaking what's her name, Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal's sister.
Yeah, I thought that was a bad move
Yeah.
because when I
They
first
killed
saw
her.
her, huh?
But they killed her.
Yeah, they killed her, thank goodness. She had a very chipmunk looking face, you know? Hold
That's
on.
funny.
What's that, Richard? That's inappropriate?
She had a chipmunk. That's funny. She
Alright,
was
well,
okay. She wasn't necessarily attractive, but to be honest, I didn't find what's her name attractive either.
who, Katie Holmes?
Yeah, I wasn't really attracted to her.
I
She was alright.
was more in your everyday girl kind of way. Your girl
Right.
next door, that's the word for it. But she looked better than Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
Sorry, he's over here threatening to dock my pay because he's a huge fan of her, and he wants to get her on the show someday. I don't care, so. Anyways, but yeah, she's not necessarily ugly, but would you believe that drug lords, the top district attorney, since Gotham is basically New York City, let's just go ahead and call it New York
Yeah.
City.
Yeah. Pretty well.
Do
Or
you?
I think isn't it supposed to be like Chicago?
It was filmed in Chicago, but Gotham, from what I've always seen, has always had a very New
Oh,
York-esque feel to it.
all right.
But as for Gotham, the mayor of Gotham, not the mayor, the district attorney of Gotham itself, and the multi-billionaire and a warlord, were drug lord, were fighting over Maggie Gyllenhaal. Nah, she don't look that good. I'm sorry. I couldn't buy that.
They like their personality. Oh man, that's funny.
all I'm gonna say is when I first saw her on The Dark Knight, as soon as I saw that face, oh my god, they took they replaced Katie Holmes with that. She's a great actress, don't get me wrong, but she's just not somebody a billionaire would be fighting, some of the most
No,
dangerous
no,
people in the
no,
world over.
no.
I don't know. Maybe Isai has some input for that, but
It's true love, Joseph. How can you not see it?
it's true love, I guess. But guys go for.
True love, man. Just let it be. So what? She's looking at a
Yeah,
chipmunk.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying, man. Movies go out of their way to make people who usually would be considered ugly look good. I'm just wondering why they couldn't do the same thing with Rachel. Like, they won't even use homeless people in movies. They'll find somebody who looks good and try to make them look like the homeless guy instead of getting the real homeless guy, you know? But they couldn't do that with Rachel. It's just unbelievable. I thought that ruined it too. At least Talia al Ghul was pretty.
Yeah.
I think Isai dropped out again. All right.
No,
So we'll keep on the. Hey, Isai's back.
Yeah, what's going on?
Okay. We were just venting about the movie. You want to continue our argument from earlier?
Give me a sec.
Okay.
Sorry, Mom.
well, they got a new SpongeBob movie.
Yeah, I heard
I just
Thanos
saw
is
an
gonna be.
episode of Xbox Live.
I heard Thanos is gonna be in that end scene,
Oh,
the
okay.
after credit scene with that one too.
Yeah, I think this is a good idea. I mean, is he gonna be like holding Patrick or something?
Here, hold on.
I don't know. I mean, they
She got
couldn't
a
have done
call.
him any.
Hold on.
What's up? What's up? Uh, I mean, they couldn't have done him any. They couldn't have done Thanos any other favors. Honestly, they really made him look like a bad dude at the end of the first one, and the second one, nah. They killed his mystique for me,
Yeah.
but that's just me. Isai, when you're ready, we'll continue our little boxing discussion. We also need to talk about the greatest boxers of all time. But yeah, man, I honestly was not at all impressed by the second Avengers. I thought it was good, but I wasn't impressed.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Google's sending me pop-ups again. I don't care. Dealing with Twitter.
You've been playing any of the new Arkham games?
I haven't played any of them since Arkham Knights. I mean, since which was it? Arkham Asylum, and then the second one after that, Arkham City. I started to play, but I never got to finish it. I've fallen behind on my video game stuff, quite honestly. Ricky is the guy we would need to talk to about that, but he's busy right now. I know this isn't going too well. We have a lot of dead air for our viewers, but You know, basically just waiting when Isai gets back. We'll finish our discussion.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
sure we have a lot we can go into details boxing wise, and if Google doesn't
Hey,
stop telling me,
Joe, I gotta make a phone call.
all
Okay,
right,
man.
yeah, just go ahead and can you mute it?
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and I'll do something. I don't know to pass the time, but I don't want to close the view yet. Yes, people, this is more of what to expect. We don't work together in a studio, so oftentimes you'll have a lot of distractions pop up. You just gotta work with us. Got a lot more stuff going on for you if you can hang tight and just let us get through what we gotta get through. Again, because we don't have an actual studio where we can do this, a lot of distractions will come up, and we basically just gotta do what we gotta do to make it worth listening to for you guys. Sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it does work, but understand we're doing the best we can. But I'm gonna go back to boxing as a subject because there's just too many people in the fan base of boxing who just don't understand, who don't want to understand the sport of boxing at a fundamental level. And it's frustrating for me when I see this because I love the sweet science factor of boxing. I don't care. Don't get me wrong, I don't dislike knockouts. I find them as enjoyable as the next person. But if I can pay money for a pay per view and get 12 guaranteed rounds of a fight, I'm going to do that. I like that. Because, money doesn't grow on trees and fights are not cheap. So I do enjoy when fights are good. I enjoy it a lot more than people may give me credit for. It's just when I see fighters like Manny Pacquiao who have had obvious flaws, who have been very selective about the way they fight and where they fight as far as weight goes, and yet people still like to throw greatest of all time in front of his names, that bothers me because I'm sorry, he's not one of the greatest of all time. When Isai returns, if he returns, we would go down a list that I've compiled, and he also has his favorites of all time. But based on my opinion, who the greatest boxers of all time is, I have that list, and I will be going down that list coming up soon. But we just want to discuss the Manny Pacquiao Floyd Mayweather fight. But as for what I saw, it was everything I thought it would be. Floyd Mayweather picked him apart. Manny Pacquiao couldn't touch him. So you may say that, well, he was running, he wasn't running. That's called defense. Stick and run. Stick and move, excuse me. Jab him. Keep him a distance. Keep him at a distance. Don't let him swarm you. It's basic boxing knowledge. Fight smart. Don't fight stupid. You don't like Muhammad Ali was great at that. Nobody tries to say he ran. When you talk about Muhammad Ali, you bring up the rope-a-dope when he fought George Foreman. People look at that as ingenuity. Yet when people look at the way Mayweather fights now, they call him a chicken. I don't need to defend him for his sake. He's perfectly fine the way he is now. He's paid. He makes more than I'll ever make in my life, probably.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
And Isai's back. Cool. But
Yeah.
as I was saying, though, the whole thing with Manny Pacquiao, he just got embarrassed. He is not fundamentally strong enough to cut off Mayweather. Well, he's good. He's
Why you
got
say
good
that?
fundamentals. Well, he can't hit. He can't hit anybody who doesn't stand in front of him. He's had that problem. Marquez was brilliant at exposing that. That's why Marquez, and again, I say this, I believe Marquez won more than just one of those fights. But Manny Pacquiao is not good at fighting people who don't stand in front of him. And Mayweather not only exposed that, Mayweather embarrassed him. So,
I guess, but then he also took some cheap shots,
like what?
like the grabbing of the arm. He knew he was injured, so he grabbed his arm, his shoulder.
He didn't know he was injured. That's not true, actually, man.
Yeah, he grabbed
Because
his injured shoulder.
no, he didn't know he was injured. He did not know he was injured, and that's fact
How do you explain
because
him grabbing him then?
that's called clinching. That is
No, I'm
called
not talking about the
clinching.
clinching. I'm talking about the
That-
actual grabbing,
That wasn't
like the
grab,
pulling
that
of
was-
his arm.
He wasn't. First off, he's wearing gloves. He's not pulling his arm nowhere. What he was doing was clinching him so that he wasn't
Well, you couldn't
open.
literally grab him. I meant like he locked his arm.
Let me explain, man. Let me explain. He was pulling him to him, his whole body, not his arm, his whole body, and was wrapping him up and clinching him so that Pacquiao couldn't just unload punches on him, which any sane boxer knows you do not let a puncher do. And as far as him being injured, no, Floyd Mayweather did not know he was injured. Nobody knew he was injured until after the fight, which is why I have great issue with people using that as an excuse, because they still let him fight. They still let him fight, and from what they're saying is true. He was injured at least a month before the fight happened, so they could have tried to reschedule it. If they didn't, then I can tell you Manny Pacquiao had a part in that. Manny Pacquiao was powerful enough to say, I can't fight right now. He decided to fight, and I'm sorry, I don't buy for 1 second that they would have continued to fight, knowing that they were gonna lose. So
Wait, hold up. It sounds static.
from me.
Yeah. It's been going on for a while.
Alright, thanks for telling me, man. We'll go ahead and start make a part two.
Alright.
Alright, hold on.